way. It's such a mess, I apologize. Should have done this before going live. It's just been a freaking hectic day, so I'm a little bit slow on the up curve today, but you know, it all happens as it does. But anyway. Hey Jessica, how you going? Hope you're doing well today. Hey Jack, how are ya? I'm happy to see you here, mate. I'm not actually doing readings tonight. I'm actually doing mentoring. So this is just to kind of help people with their spiritual awakening. So hopefully this kickstarts something for you, little man. Shithead. Sorry I didn't make it yesterday. I fell asleep early. That's all good. Happens to all of us. So I'm Bree. I'm based in Western Sydney. I'm actually a psychic medium, or evidential and energy psychic medium, and a spiritual mentor. So I help people on their spiritual awakening journey and all that kind of stuff. Any questions they have, that's what tonight's all about. On my Tuesday nights, anyone that has anything that they need to know, questions, guidance, whatever. But no readings are happening tonight. No readings happen on Tuesday nights, only on the Wednesday nights and any other night that I go live. Tuesday night is important because I've had, it got voted that Tuesday night at this certain time. I am running late because I've had a few dramas here, but we've got that underway. But yeah, so if anybody has any questions, let me know. As I said, I also do one-on-one mentoring as well as readings as well. So, and Jack Wilson calls me a short ass. So, mind you, this little shit here is my younger brother, who is knee-high to a grasshopper, like my size, almost my size, and he's 14. Our brother James is 6'3", and he's 21. He's just turned 21. And Jack's just about to turn 15, actually. So, I'm the short ass of the family, and I'm the tall one. Short ass, short stock. But anyway, so that's irrelevant. I'm just giving my little brother some props here. But yeah, Michelle, darling, I'm not doing readings tonight. This is just mentoring, Tuesday night mentoring. This is where if anybody has any questions, or if they're lost, or they need any help with anything, or any advice or whatever, let me know. This is just where I'm kind of offering my services to you for, the hour that I'm here, or 45 minutes that I'm here. Thanks, Jessica. Yes, people, like and share. Jenny got lessons. I saw a man who was an absolute spitting image of my dead partner. What does this mean? Interesting that you say this, Jenny, because I actually saw something about this today, or was it yesterday? It was within the last 24 hours, that when spirit or loved ones actually want to show you that they're around, it will actually happen with things like songs. It will also happen with doppelgangers, people that look exactly like them. I've seen my child's father's auntie in a few of my clients, and it's like, whoa, is there stuff? But yeah, like it can happen. They can be spitting images, absolute spitting images. So it can be full on, but it just means that he's there with you. And I don't feel like this is an energy that you look, is this somebody that you, like your partner? Yes, you're close, but is this somebody else that you're talking about as well, or your actual partner that has passed on? Like they both passed on, but you know what I'm trying to say. If you answer that for me, that'd be great. All right, so yeah, sorry, that was the first one because it just came up and I was like, whoa. All right, I'll read you first. Keith, hello, good morning. Well done on your new adventure. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I haven't heard back yet, but hopefully I will soon. If it's, if I don't, then I don't. There'll be other opportunities, but yeah. Here her links gate has opened it all, babe. What does that mean? Let me know. Oh, the Lions Gate. Yes. Opened it all, 100%. All right, so Tessa Tang, got to feel ya. Pause and rest, taking this podium to higher self and let it go. Give him props. I don't know if you're talking to me directly. I've got to feel you and rest your... I feel you got to pause and rest, taking this podium to higher self. Yeah. Ascension is exhausting. It's interesting, but it can be exhausting, especially when you do a lot of spiritual work and a lot of karmic past life healing and all that kind of stuff. Like a lot of people don't realize that when it comes to past lives, which is why I'm so passionate about them, is anything that you're drawn to, anything that you are like. Sorry, I'm holding my my card in my hand like a retard. But no, anything that you're drawn to, if you're drawn to, like, I'm so drawn to ancient Greece and, like, you know, the ancient Roman times as well. So, like, I know that I was alive back then. If you have a love for a certain thing, place, if you're drawn to anything in particular, these are indications of past lives and things that you were attached to. Also, when you have a phobia like a snake or dogs, or if you're scared of heights or anything like that, it's a very good indication that you've died like that quite a few times in your past life, which indicates that it needs to be healed and not have that repeat itself again. So if people say have passed by suicide in a lot of their past lives as well, it's hard to make them, like, we have to try and help them not make the same mistake, because that's them stepping out of that karmic Ferris wheel, if that makes sense. So yeah, karmic healing, past life healing, it can be very exhausting. So, you know, that's why I don't go live every day. I just kind of come on when I feel like I have the energy to do so. But yeah, I've committed to Tuesday nights with you guys. So yeah, what have we got here? He turns 22 at the end of August. Yeah, that means that, yeah. And my brother James turns 22 at the end of August. Wow, man, you guys are getting old. Speak for me. All right, so I'm not doing readings tonight, guys. Please read my caption, because I did a big caption in capitals. I'm not doing readings tonight. I'm only doing mentoring. So please read it before coming onto the live if you're going to ask for a reading. Tomorrow night, though. Tomorrow night. All right, so I was so excited I thought he was back. Yeah, look, I've had a few moments like that. Yeah, it can be pretty, are you actually there? No, it's, but they are there with you. And it's a way for them to show you that. All right, so thanks, Jessie Cat. Thanks, girl. I appreciate it. That was my partner who that died. Okay. All right, so I'm just seeing questions for readings. Like, is it not obvious that I've put it up as a thing? Like, please just read what I'm putting up before you actually come and ask for live, because I've said it so many times now. I'm not doing readings tonight. Okay, please ask about spiritual questions, reincarnation, anything you want to ask about. I'll answer that for you, but I'm not doing readings tonight. Okay, I get that it's natural to see my face and just go, oh yeah, she's psychic readings, but no, I'm here to do other things tonight. Okay. All right, so Keith had a waking dream coming out of a tunnel, talking with my guides. As they mentioned, I was getting an omega. Being me, I started joking as about a fish. In the research upon, I was quite surprised at the end of an old new beginnings. I'm going to just try and read that again, because I got bits and pieces, because I'm just being dyslexic right now. So hang on 2 seconds. Had a waking dream coming out of a tunnel, talking with my guides, and as they mentioned, I was getting an omega. Being me, I started joking about it as in a fish, and research upon this, I was quite surprised at the end of an old, I was surprised at the ending of an old new beginning. What's your thoughts? If you could try and reword the question a little bit better, that would be really, really good, because I'm not really understanding what you're saying. But that was a message. I do feel that was a message. 100% was a message. When you're talking to what you know your guides, I know that I've only got one spirit guide. I know of one spirit guide, and that's my grandfather. That is it. I don't know of any of my other ones. I haven't met them. So I wouldn't have a clue about that one, unfortunately. So, but if you can elaborate the question a bit better, I should be able to answer it for you. All right, so Jenny Scar, I read the caption. I also sent stars. No, that wasn't a reading you asked for. That was a legitimate question. Like, you know, that was legitimate. I thought I saw my partner, and that's something that we can talk on. That was something that we, you know, can discuss, just not readings. Tessa Tang, with the veil being so short at the moment, I'm going mad, or is energy? Oh my God, man, you guys, not just me. Woo, thank God. No, the veil is almost non-existent at the moment. Okay, like, it is, this lines portal thing has been a bit, it's been a bit wacky. Like, the energies have been like up and down, and it's like, holy crap, man. Like, it's such strong cosmic energy. But you know, you're not going mad. Or at least if you are going mad, I'm going mad with you, because sweetheart, I'm all the way to Looney Town. If that's the case, like, it's not just you. A lot of people are going through the same thing. It's what I've noticed around me as well. Like, when I'm going through like my own Brie dramas as I do, it's like everyone else around me is doing the same thing by going up with me and down with me, but just in different areas in their own life. So does that make sense? And that's why it always feels so chaotic, I think, when things are whirlwinding, like whirlwinding around and making everything so chaotic. So yeah, it's not just you. All right, sweetie, a deja vu also past lives? No, I don't believe that's the case. So with deja vu, I'm a massive believer in parallel universes. So if we look, honestly, there'd be somebody just like you doing exactly what you're doing now or leading a totally opposite life. There are multiple universes within universes and parallel universes. So basically, for those of you who have talked or heard me talking about the octopus thing with all the 8 tentacles and all that kind of stuff, imagine all of those tentacles in your parallel so your one tentacle, parallel life is another one, another one, another one. So it's like the mirror effect. So imagine if you have all 20 tentacles in different, like leading their own lives, doing their own thing with their own brain. That is essentially what I think the parallel universes are. Now with deja vu, what I do feel is that when we all kind of like merge into the one, and when we're all doing the same thing at the same time for those few minutes, that's why it feels so weird, because we can't physically explain something that we haven't experienced before. True, like, I mean, we've experienced past lives, but deja vu, for those of you who can agree with me, is not the same as a past life memory or a past life feeling. It is quite strange, and I feel it's because all of our parallel universes and alternate universal selves are coming into the one, and it feels real weird because it's all happening at the same time. I don't feel that we're all doing the exact same thing at the exact same time in parallel lives. So say, for example, there's a brown-headed me or a red-headed me being a whatever. No, there's probably a murderer version of me out there, a religious person of me out there, and all that kind of stuff. Like, there's just so many different possibilities. There's only possibilities. So I hope that helps, but that's what I do believe the deja vu feeling is. Okay. All right, so coming through hard and fast. Yeah, I know, let me tell you. I understand that one. Yeah. And is it me lately, or are the males feeling it a lot more than the women? Oh, Jesus. Okay, so I hate that I can't edit. Oh, damn. I know what you mean. Okay, so Jenny, how do I determine if I have a spiritual gift, and how do I grow on them? So that's a good question, because I didn't know I was gifted until probably a couple of years ago, until I started, kind of describing people's loved ones that weren't there, and not even knowing what a psychic medium really was, because I wasn't really into all that sort of stuff. But when it comes to wanting to know what spiritual gifts you have, a pendulum would be a good way to start. And also it would be good to be very self-aware. So when I teach you guys, I'm very self-aware. That's why I can teach, or I can, advise on what to do, because of how I would be doing it or how I would handle it. It's all about being the self-aware. So if you're self-aware like that, you'll be able to pay attention to what you can see, what you can smell, what you can feel, what you can taste, what you know, and everything like that. Do you know what I mean? It's all about being very observant of how you're feeling at that point in time, to trying to make the intention of making a connection to the other side, so to speak. Okay. So, yeah, I hope that helps. But growing on them as well, you can come to me for mentoring if you do need. This is what this is all about. If you want me to work with you one-on-one, basically we'll be doing activities. You can play games with yourself. Like if you're walking up to the letterbox going like, what's in there? Is there a package? Is there an envelope? Is there nothing? Is there a leaf? Who knows? But you try and intuitively guess that, and that's how you can kind of strengthen it. You can also do meditation. There's plenty of things that you can do, honestly. But I do feel that there's 4 of your gifts that are coming, like, are there, but one of them will be really hard to bring out, but we'll be able to do it. It's all about practice. Okay. Hope this helps. Okay, so give me a second. I've got. Try. Laptop's not gonna go dodgy on me now. Okay, so what's this one here? And the Lion Gate has been open since July and closing August 15. Well, I thought it was closing, like, I'm not really good with astrology, so I didn't really know it was up for that long, but yeah, pretty intense. It's like this roller coaster. All right, so Michelle, my son has passed. Was he reincarnated? Look, not yet. Depending on our karmic cycle, which is why I love numerology, because it can tell you about your karmic cycle and tell you about your karmic debts and lessons and all that kind of stuff. When it comes to karma, that's where people reincarnate, but when they do reincarnate, it's not straight away. They have to go through a process when they pass away. So when they pass away, people call it the time, like, they'll come through a tunnel with a bright light at the end of it, or they'll go towards the light, or they'll in my case, when I nearly died of COVID, there was a big thing coming up off the ground, like out of the ground, like a big light coming up from the ground. So whether it was the gateway to hell opening for me again, or whether it was just my version of it, you all have your own version of seeing the light. Now, that is the process of when you have to face everything that you've done. That's the process of when you have to deal with everything that you have done as a person. That's when self-judgment is there, which is actually judgment from God. So when you're going through that time, if you're stuck in limbo, or if you commit suicide, like my mom told me this story of someone that we knew once, and he sadly passed by suicide. I'm not going to get into detail, but he came to her in a dream, and she told me, she rang me the other week, and she literally told me that in that dream she could see him dressed exactly how he was, but his head was down to the ground and he was kicking and twirling the grass with his foot. I can understand exactly why that is, because he's passed by suicide. He hasn't dealt with what's going on, and whether or not what has the reason as to why he did, or whether whatever accusations were true or not, that's up to him to deal with. Whether it could be the deceit, whether it could be whatever he's done wrong, until he actually deals with that, that's when he's going to cross over. But when you do cross over, hang on, there's more. When you do cross over, there's actually a spiritual hangout. So when there's a spiritual hangout, you wait for everybody else in your spiritual group to actually come back home to heaven. And then if you decide that you need to go back down as a group again, then you can. But it's all choice. You don't have to. But with karma and reincarnation, I feel your son's a very old soul, and I don't feel that he has many karmic lessons. So for your case, I don't think that he's going to have to reincarnate, but if he chooses to, then he can. Okay, so I hope that helps. Sorry for the long explanation, but it was just the best way I could get it out for you guys to understand what I was trying to say. All right, so Serena Higgins, good morning. Keith says, Omega is about endings and leveling up. Thank you for explaining that. The question is, what do you feel this would mean in respect of friendships? Okay, that makes sense. I can answer that one. So basically what I feel, Keith, with that, what you would mean by that is stepping back in, so like leveling up. So when your vibration rises, people's that aren't matching yours are going to fall from your life. It's just going to happen. Like, it just happens. Like if you're at a higher vibration than anyone else and you're trying to talk to this person, it's not going to comprehend in their brain what you're saying. They'll hear you, but they will not register what you're saying, because you're on two totally different wavelengths, literally wavelengths. So, when it comes to that, that's what's going to happen. You're going to rise, and if people aren't going to rise with you, they're going to fall away. They're going to stay in their vibrational frequency, and they're not going to vibe with you anymore. That's just what has to happen, unfortunately, because we can't stay behind for people that don't want to ascend, unfortunately. But yeah, I feel that it definitely would mean about leveling up. It means about attracting people into your life that are more like you, more able to help you, and help you shine doing what you're doing, because you're about to come into a group of people that are going to amplify what you do. And leveling up is exactly what that means. It means that people that aren't going to do that with you are actually going to fall away. You're going to meet a fair few people, and I feel it's like a community maybe, and you all amplify and complement each other. That's what I feel it means. That's my opinion anyway. Okay, hope that helps, Keith. But yeah, let me know. Okay. Jesse Cat, it says, Bree, how can you overcome your throat chakra? For me, it's hard to be myself. I feel like I'm getting judged, man. Okay, so you've got an underactive one. Mine was overactive going back about 5 years ago. I had to say what was on my mind. If you gave me the shits, I'll have to say, that's an overactive one. An underactive one's speaking less of, wanting to speak up for yourself if you're uncomfortable about something. It starts with not giving a fuck what anyone thinks. Honestly, if you care what people think, you're not going to have any way of being able to stick up for yourself. Honestly, people treat each other like shit. Think of it like this. Like, I don't see people like myself or you or anybody really in this chat human, because humans can deceive each other. Humans can lie. Humans can do terrible things to each other that we can't comprehend. Right? So when it comes to that, it's like, it's hard for us to speak up and balance our throat chakra, because we don't think the way they do. Does that make sense? So it's like, are we sure that we're gonna make the right judgment? Or we not judgment, but like, are we making the right assumption here? Like, is this actually what's going on? Yes. Okay. When it comes to overcoming your throat chakra, you don't have to keep, one more thing, and then I'll speak up. One more thing, and then I'll speak up. You don't have to be a staunch person to stand up for yourself. All you have to do is like, wait, back off. Like, you don't have to yell or swear. You don't have to swear. You don't have to throw punches or anything like that. Literally, honestly, you just say it. Just say it. Because if anybody will try to hurt you, then there are consequences that will come along with that, spiritually, legally, and probably physically, depending on who you're with at the time. So, don't feel like you're getting judged. I know it's hard, but when you kind of realize that you look the same as a human, but I don't believe that we're the same as the human population because we don't think the way they do. When you realize that, you're not going to worry about getting judged. You won't, because you're not going to worry about what people that have that mentality and live in that horrible way of treating each other should think. You shouldn't care about what they think, because their opinion doesn't matter when they've got their own shit to fix. So, love you lots, darling. Don't feel that you're getting judged. Just speak up, and you don't need to be mean to get what you mean. Sorry, you don't have to be mean to say what you mean, if you get what I mean. All right. So Jenny Sky says, Lionsgate is good time for manifesting, so I dream about things I want. It's been so fun. Yeah, look, my instant manifestations have been kind of like, I thought about it, it's happened, and then I've thought about something like, oh, okay, imagine if it took it away, and I took it away. It's almost like it's so instant that it's not happening at all. Does that make sense? But I'm still trying to learn how to manifest. I'm not very strong on that suite, but I have noticed that when it does happen, it's like I just think about how good that would be if it did happen. And then sometimes it happens, but sometimes it doesn't. But these last couple of days have been interesting. I've tested it a few times. So, all right. Tessa Tang. Last few nights after living off the couch for months, I have now many guides I see from a child. Oh, cool. Recently, they are totally waking me up. That is so if you're if you were just living on the couch, so that would mean that you were homeless. My dark night of the soul was when I was homeless too, honestly. And like, it's your time just to wake up, because you've got abilities that you need to, practice. You've got things to do. You've got vibrations to raise. You've got frequencies to heal. You've got things to do here. That's why you're waking up at this time. It's not really your guides waking you up. It's you're uncomfortable in your situation, your surroundings, and what's going on in your life, and that's what makes people wake up. It's the discomfort of and hurt and the sorrow, I suppose, of their life, and things aren't meaningful and things like that. And you look for more of a meaning, deeper meaning to life. That's kind of where spiritual awakening begins. But when you go through a dark night of the soul, which it sounds like you are, that's where it begins. That's where it starts. You start to see things in a different light. So I hope this helps, love. All right, so Serena Higgins, do you get vision through your third eye? People, yeah, well, I do, yes. So if I'm doing a reading for somebody and I'm seeing, basically spirit will show me exactly things that I have done in my life to then relay it back to the person that I'm talking to. So, for example, I did a reading once where I was seeing someone like myself stuck in a dam, right? And I don't know if this was might be for Zoe Anderson, I think. Maybe this was when I was still with Leslie, but I had a vision in my mind of me actually stuck in a dam when I was stuck in a dam when I was younger. That's what I was being shown, and that actually related back to when her grandparents was actually in the dam and got stuck. So I do see a lot. Yeah, it's it's like a very strong imagination. That's the best thing I can say, but it's not an imagination because it's your intuition. Okay, sorry, I'll catch my breath. Okay, hi, ma'am. I'm often seeing spiritual numbers 17, 17, 89, 92, and 06. Not too sure what those ones are. You need to watch out for the sequential, so 1, 2, 3, and 4, or repeating numbers or double repeating numbers, so 1111, 2222, 888, 888, or anything that's repetitive or sequential. I'm not saying that these aren't. Even if it's 17, 17, 14, 14, if it's the same number to the same number, it's usually an angel message, but I'm not too sure about the single messages, and I'm not too sure about those. I can relate to the 1717, but not the others, I'm sorry. That's the best I can say. All right, so. Okay, Pam Gleason, oh my goodness, yes it does. Thank you, sweetie. Not too sure what you're thanking me for. I can't quite remember because I've talked about a million things since I think I've read for, not read for you, but went over your comment. But yeah, I'm sure I'll remember in a minute. AJ Hill, what is my favorite color and why? Look, I think purple, I've got a few different colors, purple, pink, and blue. And I can only really relate it to the chakras, really. Like, I mean, blue would represent my throat chakra, and I'm one hell of an opinionated lady, let me tell you. Like, if I don't like something being done, I'll say it. That would probably be the blue favorite color, but the pink and the purple, I love pink and purple. They're my two favorite colors. And also like a turquoise. I like turquoise as well. So, Rachel Hobbs, what's your spirit animal? First thing I got for you is a wolf or a dog, a large dog, canine. So, I think probably a wolf. All right, so, color's my favorite thing. Well, color just adds life to the party, doesn't it? Always. Color is great. All right, so Amanda McDade, are you teaching or mentoring classes? So I am a spiritual teacher, so I'm not actually holding classes yet. I will be once I can get a structure underway and everything like that. I do teach one-on-one, so I'm a tutor for spiritual awakening. I help, but yeah, I will be starting classes soon. But I do private one-on-one mentoring. Yes, I hope that answers your question. All right, Tessa Tang, what do we got here? A few nights we were dreaming that real. Hang on. Last few nights we are dreaming real life. That's basically me seeing a higher being once. I'm almost watching that happenings around me. It seems being in a new situation. I have been able to see beyond situations. Good girl. That's expansion. Expansion with your. Yeah, that's either a ghost or a mouse, but that's expansion with your being able to step back from a situation. That is a good step for human evolution, because it's being able to take yourself out of a situation and being able to analyze it from a third party perspective, so to speak, instead of just being, I know what you mean. But since then I'm taking on hear and smell and absorb extra energy, and have honestly felt the change since we have been able to change one situation. Listen, guys, they are here, our guys, at the moment. Open windows, we are on the brink of revolution. No, we are the revolution. We are alive at a phenomenal time, you guys. You don't understand it, honestly. We and all the light workers, like, this is why I come up and do the lives. I've done probably close to 150 events, more lives than that. And that's, I do that with the intention to lift the vibration of the planet as a light worker. And that's what a lot of people are doing at the moment, which is fantastic. It's changing one's situation. Exactly right. The brink of evolution. This has never happened at all, ever, in any kind of mankind in history. We are physically changing the vibration of the planet and moving it into a fourth dimensional frequency and above, and we can keep going and keep going and keep going. Okay, it's crazy. It's a beautiful time to be alive, honestly, and like, we're experiencing so much more than what anyone else ever would. So be thankful for that. So bring on revolution. Watch how far we go. Yep. I can't read the last bit of your comment, Tessa. Can you please copy and paste that into a second comment so I can actually, finish it? Have you heard of psychic surgeons? Well, I'm actually a medical intuitive, so it's similar to a psychic surgeon, I suppose. But like, yeah, I can locate pain and heal pain, but I don't know if that's different to psychic surgery. But yes, I have heard of it, and yes, it does work, and yes, it is real. I helped somebody feel the bottoms of their feet after not being able to feel anything for 9 years, just from sitting here from the laptop, and she's in a different state. So they're real. If someone reincarnated, can you still connect with their spirit, Brie? Yeah, because I believe that when we pass on, I don't believe that we stay as a single soul. We go back to, so imagine a version of you that is totally evolutionized, totally ascended. There's nothing, you know what I mean? And your mission is to expand and to grow and to educate and to learn and to have experiences to then, what's the word? My brain's not working right now. Evolution. It's to come on, guys, help me out here. Oh, fuck, I can't think of the word. It's to evolutionize, I'm going to call it, because I can't think of the damn word right now. But yeah, it's to grow and expand, and to get experiences so that we can keep getting experiences, and just keep growing and growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. it is quite possible that people that have actually reincarnated, their fragments of their soul are still around. But if that person's soul needs to learn lessons in that life and they keep going, keep going, keep going. It's like when you're practicing something and then you're drawing something, for example, like I'm an artist, I love to draw. I'll rub something out, draw it, rub it out, draw it, rub it out a million times until I get it right. That's kind of what it's like. You have to kind of come out of that. But when it comes to, I don't believe that your loved ones are reincarnating straight away. I believe that they're going to wait for you, or they do wait for you. That's what the spiritual hangout is. And then when you pass away and the entire soul group is back up in heaven, then they can actually make that decision to then go forward with that. Okay. So hope that helps. All right. Malik, if you continue to put the comments that I have answered already, I'm going to ban you because it's giving me the shits. Sorry, I'm not trying to be snappy or anything, but I've seen it like 4 times now and I've already answered it. Okay, please don't do that to me. It'll drive me up the wall. Kat Mitchell, hello, darling. Thank you for joining. Thank you, hence the tunnel and coming out of it with the Omega. 100% there. You're on the right. You're definitely on the money. Rachel Hobbs, Bree, how do I deal with family not talking to me? What's your version of family? Because mine isn't necessarily blood related. My family could be friends. So if I've got friends that I love and care about that aren't talking to me, I'll be losing my shit. But if it's family that I'm related to that aren't treating me the best, then it's not my loss. It's theirs. It just depends on where you're at with that, okay? But yeah, it's if you've done nothing wrong and if you've actually been able to stand firm with that, or if you've just upset somebody because you've spoken the truth, stuff them. Stuff them. Honestly, like this is where it's okay to overstep the line sometimes when you're being mistreated, because if you don't stick up for yourself often, or if you don't set those boundaries, you're going to snap. Everybody does. It's a human nature. It's just part of the human nature to do that. You get enough of something and you're just going to go, rah. Okay, I don't feel that you're the one that's at fault, though. I feel that you're the one that said something or brought something to someone's attention and they didn't like it and they didn't like the truth. So if that's the case, don't change a thing. Just keep doing what you're doing and don't apologize for if anything. Say if you had an argument or you got a bit abusive or you called them names or whatever. If that did happen, apologize for it, but don't apologize for what you said, but just maybe how you may come across if that's the case. But don't ever apologize if you know that you're coming from a good place, first of all, and that you stand firm in what you believe, if that makes sense. Okay, so no reading stage is mentoring. Thank you, darling. Appreciate it. All right, so we go to sleep to wake up. Look, yeah, pretty much. Yep, you go to sleep to wake up, but sleep's beautiful. Literally, I love my sleep. But I don't know what you're talking about. You're talking about like spiritually sleeping, I think. Okay, Jessica, thank you, Brie. You're welcome. All right, so when and which country do you see from? I'm not doing readings. Sorry. Okay, so please advise on a way to open the heart chakra and what color is your aura. Okay, so you've got a pink aura, and I feel that with the pink aura, there's a lot of compassion. There's also a lot of kindness within you as well. But when it comes to opening your heart chakra, be self-aware when it comes to how you are when you are around other people. So if you want to open your heart chakra, practice empathy, practice more empathy, practice doing things for the right reasons, not just because it looks good for you or in front of other people. Do you know what I mean? Practice integrity, practice things like that, morals, all that kind of stuff, and that will actually help you open your heart chakra. Malachite is fantastic for that as well, especially if you've got a lot of trauma. What I would recommend if you don't have Moldavite but you want to heal and start to ascend, get some malachite. If you feel the Moldavite will be too strong for you straight away because they're two very different stones, malachite absorbs negative energy. So if you put it over your heart chakra and you've got a lot of pain there, it's going to reef it open. So you're going to purge. You're going to feel emotions that you haven't felt in a long time. You're going to feel sadness that you haven't felt. It'll be full on, and it might happen for a few days, but that is completely normal because you're bringing it all to the surface to heal. Okay, that's the best thing I can recommend is malachite. It's not very expensive. You can get it from any sort of metaphysics shop, but don't eat after you make sure if you're handling malachite, wash your hands afterwards, because there are minerals on there that can be toxic if you ingest. So make sure that you wash your hands if you're going to handle it. Make sure you wash your hands afterwards. Okay. All right. So here, Bree, you think my aunt will think differently of me if I tell her of my spiritual gifts? Look, no, I don't think she will. I felt the same way about my dad when I was going to be telling my dad about the fact that I'm psychic, because he's so logical. I didn't want to have him judge me, and I knew that he wouldn't. I don't feel like she will with you either. I'm just comparing. Like, I'm not comparing, but I'm relating to you, because it can be terrifying. But I feel that she's woman enough and loving enough to accept you for who you are and what you can do. Like, it's a phenomenal, beautiful thing to be able to have these gifts. It's not a shameful thing, and you're not using it to hurt anybody. If she's Christian and religious, my grandmother's very religious, mind you, but she still loves me just the same. I don't feel it's going to be any different for you, doll. I really don't. All right, so neither a ghost or I trust you, Jack. You got a question, little man? You got a question for your sister? Do you want to know anything in particular? Or are you just going to sit there and laugh at my side comments? Because there's a lot of them, and it could be quite entertaining. Okay, Jessica, that's where my throat heart chakra is stuck, because I can't be myself with my aunt. Sometimes I get scared. Darling, that's nothing your aunt's done. That's something that happened, obviously, when you were young. You obviously didn't have ease fitting into groups at school or social aspects and all that kind of stuff. You're not supposed to fit in. Girl, let me just tell you that much right now. Anybody in this community is not meant to fit in. Take me and my brothers, for example. We are the three blackest of the blackest sheep just thrown into the one family. We're all black sheep and we're all siblings. It's not when it comes to black sheep like you're meant to be different. You're meant to actually not blend in. So this is going to be a good thing for you. This is going to be a good start for you to actually look, you know what? Yeah, this is what I do this. I am a little bit different, doesn't change who I am. I'm still me. So I hope this helps, love. Okay, so plain song is a hard road to follow when you feel the need to still need justification, but these bloody angels are so abundant, and I don't need them. I can't help but feel what's happening. What do I do when I hear and feel messages in public? In a public set, do I be that person? What do you mean, be that person? Let me know, because if you're talking about, like, if you're getting these messages and you're out, look, honestly, I'm one of those weird people that approach people and be like, excuse me, if you like, I can't, that feeling will not go away until I say something. Like, I was full on at the ATM, and that was a chick that was in front of me, and bro, I had to use a hotspot because I had no data. So I'm like, can I please borrow your hotspot? And then all of a sudden, I literally felt that there was a baby that was around, or a twin. And it turns out that she lost her sister, and she also miscarried. So sometimes these things are just what people need, because sometimes people can be feeling that they're at the edge of their life and they're just about ready to give up. And just think, if your message was something loving and beautiful like that, then you could actually save someone's life too. It can actually uplift some people in beautiful ways. But it just depends. Like, don't be like, don't be scared to be wrong. Don't be scared to be, if you get it wrong, you get it wrong. You're human. Who gives a frick? You know what I mean? Like, that's part of your ego that you're going to have to overcome. Okay. All right, so Sharon, thank you for explaining reincarnation and spirit connect. That's okay, but that's just what I believe anyway. There's always an explanation for these things. Yeah. Okay, so I've just moved into an area where family are, and they haven't even visited me. Keep that in mind and remember that, because you know what? If they're not going to come and visit you at a good time, when they need something, do not open that front door for them. Promise me that, because I'm telling you, people will just, especially family, it doesn't matter if they're related to you or not, they will not give a shit about what you're going through, but when it comes to them, they'll give all the shit in the world. Okay. Is there a mentor that you follow that you recommend researching? Not really. I kind of don't follow, or I don't actually have a mentor. I just kind of go intuitively with what I say and how I approach things. So I'm sorry I can't help you there, but if you need mentoring, I can help you out. There's no dramas there. But yeah, I don't actually have a mentor at the moment. So yeah, I haven't properly actually. I don't think I've ever really had a mentor. I've never been taught anything. I know. I just know it. All right. So Tracy Lee, hi. Rachel Hobbs, thank you. You're welcome. Deja, hi. First time checking out your channel. Cool. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel because I've got all these videos on my YouTube channel as well as my Facebook as well. So yeah. All right. So Jack, good night, Sean. Yeah, whatever, bro. Love you too, little shit. All right. So Tracy, I can't. What do you see about me? Is that a reading question or is that a what do you see with your gifts, your energy, all that kind of stuff? My main goal with you guys on my Tuesday nights is to help you guys grow spiritually and ascend and utilize your gifts. So when I get off my lives, I'm expecting you guys to go and practice things what I said, or at least thought about what I've said, to come back next week with something to talk about. All right, so no, Malik, I'm not. Okay. 8 times. Guys, do you listen to things I say or do you just sit there and hope that I'll read for you? Because I'm putting in a lot of my effort here. I'm not in the mood to be repeating myself today. I've had a hell of a shit day. And if people aren't going to read the caption that's in capital letters or listen to me when I've been saying it for the last 40 minutes, there's no readings tonight. I'm sorry. Just mentoring. Heather, that's a good face. I'm happy to see. Can you see the color of my aura? You've got a magenta aura. So your magenta aura is it's a mixture of things. It's a bit of a darker purple at the moment, more of going into like the blood mahogany color, if that makes sense. I don't know why the hell that would mean or what the hell that would mean, but I just feel that there's a little bit of you're a bit on edge about something, and which could represent the deep red color that I'm picking up with you. But I think that you need to just allow the process to happen. Things will work out for you, okay? That's all I can say. All right, I want to read the last. Yeah, I know. Oh, damn. Hey, Katie, how are you, darling? Hope you're doing well, darling. All right, so how to manifest on 8/8, and can we do it at 9/8? And what blockages do you see I have? Why his family thought? Okay, so manifestation, or from what I know and experience, is that if you just tell yourself or tell the universe it's going to happen, that's one way. Harley is fantastic at manifesting. Like, I'll be like, yeah, manifest me this. He'll do it. I will get what I've asked for within that day. And it's like, how the hell do you do that, boy? And he'll just be like, because you'll just get it. And that's kind of the best advice I can give, because my partner's like the master at manifesting. I'm learning that still because it works for him. It doesn't work for me that way. For me, it's like, when you have a feeling about something, where you've got a thought or something can go either way, and then all of a sudden you've got a feeling, like a gut feeling. If you can grow on that gut feeling and make it kind of get bigger and bigger, that's kind of what I feel manifestation is. And it takes for me a bit of work to do that. You can do it that way, or you can just expect it, not give the universe any other answer. There's a few ways that you can do it. There is a few ways that you can do it. But yes, it goes from till I think the 8th, or the 7th to the 8th, the 8th, the 8th, till the 15th of August. So it's all the same thing. You can do everything until that time. All right. Yes, true. You always make me feel better. Oh, bless you. You're probably one of my favorite followers, darling. Amazing, beautiful one. Thank you, sweetie. Tracy Lee, whatever you can tell me. I'm not doing readings tonight, darling, but there's a lot of shit going on around you, my friend, and I think that you need to probably back off a little bit when it comes to people that you could be dealing with. That's the only reading I'm doing, because I know you personally, but I don't know the situation. But that's the only reading I'm going to be doing. So feel special, Tracy. No, haven't done any readings for anybody else. Okay. Lol, I know I keep saying no more readings today, just mentoring. Yeah, and then half the viewings drop. It's sad, eh? Doesn't matter. At least it shows who people actually want to learn. So, Heather, thank you. I'm always walking on edge when finding balance. Yeah, I know what you're saying there. Harley is my partner. We've been together for only 2 years. And is he a psychic and can mentor? Harley would make a fantastic teacher and a fantastic psychic teacher if he just stood up to the fucking plate. But I can't force that. Look, he's great at manifesting, but he's not he wouldn't know how to explain it in a way if someone wouldn't quite understand it. Like, he's very brief when he explains things, because that's just how he does it, if that makes sense. So yeah, he is quite very psychic, very psychic. He's come on a couple of shows with me, but no, he's great. All right, so, but I can help you with mentoring if that's what you need. All right. I'm currently in spiritual awakening, and I'm not sure if I should only rely on the fact that I have an intuition, that I have psychic abilities. I'm learning a lot, but I don't know how I should go about evolving my intuitive sense. Is there something only time can tell, or what can I do to improve myself? So I'm actually a mentor in spiritual awakening and psychic development. So when it comes to your intuition, everybody has got an intuition. Everyone has got an intuition, because it's your instinct. It is your instinct. It is there to keep you alive. It is there to keep you safe. So you should always trust your intuition. Give me a second. I'm going to top my hair up. You should always trust your intuition. It will never lead you astray. When it comes to your other abilities, you can go off your intuition to expand those gifts that you have. So when it comes to, being able to use your clairvoyance or your clairaudience, if you all right, clairaudience is a perfect example. If you have if you think you're telepathically communicating with something or someone, and you just hear it in your mind, our brain's made up of 3 sections. So to be sure you're not making it up in your mind, if it comes with the gut feeling of just knowing, then you are 100% on the right track. Okay. If it comes with that feeling behind it, then that's how you know. When it comes to improving, what can you do to improve? Meditation. You can do meditations. You can also work on your abilities by yourself. You can work on little things. You can play psychic games with people around you as well. So you can, what color am I thinking of? All right. So for example, if I'm wanting to, all right, Deja, what color am I thinking of right now? First thing that comes to your mind. Do not second question it. If it just first thing, and I reckon you'll be able to get it. Just tell me what color I'm thinking of. That is how you can improve it. But I still want to know what color I'm thinking of, though. But yeah, I'm waiting. But yeah, that's how you can do it. Just little activities like that. You can also do it with telepathy and clairvoyance. You can use telepathy to work on any of your abilities, really, except for the tasting and the smelling, I suppose. But Deja, no, I was thinking of red. Purple's my favorite color, though. I'm going to go back to answering the question, though. But yeah, so I just lost what I was saying because I got distracted from a comment. That's right. Yeah, intuitive senses. Right, that's what I was talking about. Telepathy. My brain's just going dead. Telepathy. You can use it for clairvoyance. You can use it for clairaudience. You can use it for your pretty much most of your senses. Just I'm yet to figure out the taste and the taste and the smelling through that though. But I do. But that's how I relate telepathy to that anyway. But yes. So if you do need to contact me, let me know. I'm happy to help. Okay. Okay, Tracy. So basically, I am. All right. So something about you. All right. So something that is going on around you now, or a person you are, because the person you are, I can tell you're a fucking crack up. You're a funny woman. Then you explain stories the best. No, I know you say something about me that only I would know, only you would know. There's a male around you at the moment, and I feel like that this male is not doing you any good. They're lying to your face. They're not being honest with you, and I feel that you know exactly what I'm talking about, but you're choosing to ignore it because you don't want to see that for that person or being that type of person. There's been deceit around you when it comes to somebody that has been close to you, and I feel that that's kind of what's making you bubble and burgle inside, if that makes sense. So I hope that helps. All right. Have a blessed night, Bree. Heading to the pillow since I'm sleeping early. It's 5:14 a.m. My bedtime. Well, hang on. Sorry. See, I swear I'm dyslexic. It's 5:14 a.m. my bedtime. When it doesn't say that, it says 5:14 a.m. my time. Scheduled sleep is 4 a.m. But I wanted to see you live. Oh, bless you. Mentoring lives are awesome and helpful. I hope so, darling. Go rest. Have a good sleep, doll. I thought, oh my God, I thought red, I swear. Yeah, so that's something that I'm also going to be getting into later on down the lives if people are going to be taking it seriously, because I know the first 10 or, 5 or 10, people are just going to be getting to know what these are about. But yes, I hope that helps. You're welcome. Yay. Oh, yay, Ray. Road came to mind. That's in the French. I'm not sure why it came in French. Well, there's 2 options there. It's possible that you were French in a past life, or you have a French spirit guide, or there's somebody, you know what, it really wouldn't surprise me if you actually have French in your background and you have a grandparent that speaks French, and that's what you were hearing. But I'm going to head off now because it's 50 minutes now and I'm keen for bed. It's been a long, shitty day and I'm just ready for it to be over. But I hope to see you all tomorrow for my readings. And yeah, I love you all and thanks for coming to join. See you next week or tomorrow. Bye.